Human trafficking is a multi-billion-dollar industry that preys on the vulnerable, exploiting their dreams for profit. In Uganda, transnational organized trafficking encompasses various forms, including sex trafficking, forced labor, and organ harvesting. According to statistics, this vice is not only perpetrated across borders, but also domestically, with a significant portion of up to 97.8% of trafficking taking place within the borders of Uganda.
Most of our cases are happening within the country. They are happening within our spaces. They are happening below or before our eyes. The maids that we have at homes, the shamba boys that help us, the people that work for us in the different businesses that we are not paying well or not even paying.
Derek Basarwa Chigenyi expounds that of these figures, children are the most vulnerable category, especially in domestic human trafficking cases.
That the perpetrators or the traffickers will be looked at as the so-called guardians, or they may be looked at by our children as their saviors. And no wonder that these numbers are high. Many of the children find themselves victimized because when they look back to their parents, their guardians, who should be responsible for them, they have left them on their own.
There are a number of factors causing children to be trafficked. They lack education, they lack food at home, and parents are not taking their role to address their plight.
It is against this backdrop that the Archbishop of Kampala, the Most Reverend Bishop Ssemwogerere, has called for affirmative action for everyone, starting with Kampala City Council Authority and the Ministry of Internal Affairs, to find a lasting solution to Karamojong kids who continue to be forced onto street begging.
Right now you go to the streets of Kampala, you find so many kids exploited and using them to get money for the rich people and the adults. What are we doing as internal affairs? What are we doing as religious people, as the song went? The kids are there, children are there, and where do we know who brings them on the street? Can something be done so that the children are protected?
Bishop Ssemwogerere says the national prayer must not only be a one-time thing, but rather there must be continued education and sensitization against human trafficking.
Together, let us move together, journey together, pull together. Harambee is important to fight this vice of exploiting and even killing our own. Our prayers must not be a one-time event. They must be a call to sustain this action and compassion. We must continue to educate ourselves, our communities, and our leaders about our
Some of the survivors have shared their ordeal while in the hands of their traffickers. Lawrence Nabimba, who survived in Myanmar, narrates how deceptive his traffickers were and how he landed in Myanmar instead of Thailand.
I had planned to be in Bangkok, Thailand, but when I landed on the airport, Savannah Boom, the airport of Thailand, I was captured, trafficked, and forced to go in Myanmar on the Gani point. So while there, after reaching there, my passport was confiscated, was taken, my phone was taken. So they said they had bought me for a lifetime via the agent.
For close to a year that Nabimba was in the hands of his traffickers, witnessed severe torture and starvation to the extent that he thought of taking his own life.
So I was there in a miserable life. I was forced to do online scamming. I was tortured heavily with electricity, shock, sticks every day, doing press-up, standing in a sun for a day, being arrested in a dark room for 4 hours without eating. So it was a worst experience there. And while there, I wished to die, but God never gave me a chance of losing life.
Despite continued government efforts to combat the vice in the country, Joanita Ndagire, founder of Mwagale Foundation, still sees gaps in the education and sensitization on the dangers of human trafficking. She thinks that the sensitization messages, to be more effective, should also be disseminated through art.
For us at Mwagale Foundation, we say, since we can read, we are going to unveil the hidden things or the hidden information in the books and bring it live to our people, because Africans are artistic people. We have the best talents when it comes to art. So I emphasize so much that if you want to put any communication out there, art is always going to be the best way. If we want people to understand what human trafficking is, we need to use art.
This year's National Day for Prayer on Human Trafficking has been organized under a theme, Leave No Child Behind in the Fight Against Human Trafficking. John William Ogenda, Freddy Chris Chisawo for BTM News Today.